Hello, spiritual viewers. It's Angie from Learn Love Tarot. Thank you so much for joining tonight. I hope you are joining me after, of course, you have watched our episode 4 of The Spiritual View, where we took a deep dive into the summer solstice energy. Now, I don't know about you guys, but this has been a difficult energy today, and it's my freaking birthday, so we're just not going to have that. And I think, though, Angie, on the case, that I have figured out why. So we have the moon in Sagittarius squaring Neptune and Pisces. So the square, though, I think y'all maybe know what a square is. If not, it's when we learn tough lessons kind of by opposition, by force, right? It creates tension. And it's like a stalling energy. It tries to slow us down. And the song that I got when I meditated for the reading today was Slim Shady's Guess Who's Back, Back Again. Okay, so something annoying is revisiting and just will not quit. They think they're too legit to quit, but that ain't true. Okay, I'm here to tell you. Now, on the pre-shuffle was very interesting. As I was shuffling for the reading, and the first 5 tries that I tried to record this reading, this came out in the 5th try, and it is the energy of the Judgment Call and 6 of Cups. Now, when Neptune is at 29 degrees, that means 29 degrees is anaretic, and that means we're taking the test. It's the ACTs, the SATs, and it is time. It takes a long time, almost 200 years, for Neptune to orbit all the way back around, right, to where it was in your birth chart. So we will only experience Neptune usually in our entire lifetimes in one energy, okay? We are unique in this energy, that we'll get to experience Neptune not only in Pisces, but in the next sign of Aries. So it'll be like it has a fresh start. Now, remember that Pisces is the mystic, the OG of the zodiac. They've already done all the entire lessons of the first 12 houses. They've experienced everything to the point where they had to master it. And in the 12th house of Pisces, that is like, okay, now the lessons be really hard. Okay. And Neptune is the planet of dreams. It's our imagination. It's the subconscious. It's self-sacrifice. And Neptune is at home in Pisces. So it's kind of like a double banger. Okay. So now, what's also interesting, I was like, oof, we have the 3 of Swords on the bottom here. So this is like, what is revisiting and saying, guess who's back, back again, is this energy when, this is signed, sealed, delivered. I'm not yours. Get it through your flipping head, people. So collective, whoever this annoying illusion that's coming back to try to see if they can fool you again, you ain't having it. You ain't having it. Okay. Judgment call is going to be made here. Definitely somebody from the past. Now, the entire meditation of my read was because it's freaking Friday and my birthday. So I wanted to know what we can do to have the most fun today, the best weekend ever. How can we have fun and more pleasure and create that into our day? And then we have this business showing up. Okay. So let's see what's driving this 3 of Swords. The 3 of Swords is being driven by Ace of Cups. Okay. So that is a new cup of love, filling up our own self cup of love, so that Neptune's illusion is not allowed to fool us anymore. This is not a drill, people. It is a test. Okay. So this is, do we have enough self-love? Okay. After we've recovered from this 3 of Swords. I mean, look at the deep sorrow that these mermaids have. Of course, it's, the whale of the ocean is a magical being. They're very, very spiritual. There's nothing to be done here. However, this has already happened. So then we're required with our environmental energy here to refill back our own cup, because when a cup is empty in the ocean, just like the crab shell, it will be refilled. Okay, it will be refilled. So what could it be refilled by? Oh, just, a new occupant, maybe somebody, cute, sassy, and sexy like that. This is the Knight of Wands, which is ding dang Sagittarian energy. So thank you, Spirit, for that to come through for us, as the Sagittarius moon is at 29 degrees, squaring Neptune and Pisces, and about on the Eastern Standard Time here, we have a good 30 or so minutes, 30 plus minutes until we click over to the click over to the moon in Capricorn. And then we have the full moon around 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, when it's the culmination, the height of the energy. So remember, emotions are heightened today as they are in any full moon. However, when we have a full moon in Sagittarius, that is the ending, the culmination, the end of a tough cycle. Okay. So what kind of end to a tough cycle? This business here, and we want nothing to do with it. It's already ding dong dead. There's nothing to be done except grieve. We've got to feel the feelings so that we can replenish our own heart's cup, so that our passion can then, if that cup was emptied here, be returned or filled in with something more exciting, more spontaneous, just like Sag energy of enthusiasm, philosophy, adventure. Okay, so think, how can we have the best adventure today? And that is literally here, being able to face our truth. And we do have air energy, that Mercury in Cancer, which is our house of our family, our home, our background, our comfort, our safety. Okay, self-care. How can we have self-care to heal this ridiculous foolishness? Because collective, we're going to pass the test. We are done with this foolishness. Are you with me? Oh, guess who is with me, y'all? Because here's the victory card, 6 of Wands. That is victory after a long battle of what? Heartache. Okay. And as we face our truth and see how determined she is to keep her eyes on that sword of truth, because if not, these emotions, this big, huge wave, right? Water representing emotions, will swallow her whole. So she cannot afford to fiddle fart around with boo-hoo, whatever happened here in this energy that required a judgment call. Double energy here for me of past life energy, because 6 of Cups is my minor arcana for the Lovers energy. The Lovers is a lesson that was set by our souls before we incarnated to teach each other, and yes, maybe even perhaps find each other. But there's things we have to learn first, okay? And a lot of times that's people we meet through childhood that are our relationships along the way. Now, what I love about the Judgment card in this deck is we see that swirl here, okay? Archangel Gabriel helping us use our voices to make that call. Mercury helping us out here to speak of our heart, that nautilus energy, that swirl, that connection to many past lifetimes, okay, right here in this beautiful card. Now, we ain't going to let this ruin our 69 crew party in Cancer, the energy of the doula. Very sympathetic, comforting, nostalgic, okay, protective, intuitive, very tender-hearted. Again, remember, guys, it ain't just you. Give yourself a break. The full moon, our energy, our emotions are heightened to a point of maybe we should just order a pizza and stay the night home, even if it's my birthday. And it's going to be a Mexican pizza and it will be delicious. And I'm looking forward to it. Okay. After that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what I'm going to do here is change perspectives a little bit. What is she focusing on? Her truth, okay, of this 3 of Swords, 3 being cardinal air energy of Libra, which is the South Node energy of learning the lesson of letting go of codependency, letting go of caring for everyone else before we care for ourselves, and coming into the night energy, which is mutable air, which would then be Gemini energy, which we've just come out of. She is focusing on this cardinal energy here of leadership. How can I lead my way out of this heartbreak? Well, I've got to fill my own heart's cup, because that is what is going to take me to victory here. Okay. It's got to be filled back up. We can't sit around with an empty cup, because that becomes stagnant. The water needs to flow. So if we go 6 deep here in the environmental energy, 8 of Pentacles, this is becoming an expert. This is taking swift action with buoyant and positive energy and passion. And here we see the energy of many hands make light work. I love this. It's like a little assembly line. So maybe even we have friends helping us here. This frog is carrying a whole pot of amethyst stones, which are very healing energy, which funny enough, the knights used to wear under their armor. I know he ain't wearing much armor, but we ain't mad at it. They used to wear them under their armor to protect them from death. Okay, so what is trying to still fool us right now, especially in this energy of love and a broken heart and refilling our cup? This illusion is coming back around to test you at 29 degrees of, can I fool you again? We ain't having none of it, are we? Oh, and beautiful. Speaking of, wow. This is what's waiting for you when we pass the test. We going out, we celebrating, we having a good time, okay? So when we get the star energy again, this has already happened. The star is also indicative of the tower has already fallen, okay? And this is something that could have really been a repetitive cycle many, many lifetimes. And this is our chance, with the lifetime chance of Neptune being ready to change signs into Aries, I think at the end of August. Every 200 years, that ain't nothing, guys. This is a big test. You're not weak. You're not silly for being fooled by it many, many times. It's because it's been fooling us many, many lifetimes. This is the time to join together, to align our heart, to align our mind, and really get this thing beat. Oh, beautiful. And be the flippin' empresses that we are. And look at her. She ain't bothered. I love this because it does depict our palm trees. And think about, anytime we're going through something tough, we got to be able to sway like the palm tree. Hurricane comes, we are deeply rooted. We're just going to sway with it. We're going to swing with it. Okay. We are not the mighty oak tree anymore. That is beautiful and grand. Yes. But we are not so stiff and stubborn that we're going to continue to repeat these same cycles over and over. We ain't having it. She ain't bothered. And look, her holding that conch of communication, as does this star energy. And oh my Lanta, 3 cards of the environmental energy here to support you, collective. Look at that. They all hold that shell that is denoting communication, healing, okay, letting go, making this judgment call, and doing so with such an energy of queendom and I got this. Okay, the tower has already fallen. The pain has ended. We have the strength to refill our own dang cup. We are showing victory after this very long battle that may actually be many, many lifetimes. Okay, so universe has got our back and I am here for it. I love it. Okay, so how do we do this here? We're going to come out here. See, I can't stop. We're learning the lessons. We are learning the lessons. There's that Pisces coming up for us and Neptune. Look at that full moon, which we have in the environmental energy. Everybody's hit tonight. Okay, as we move into the full moon in Capricorn, the end of a tough cycle is here. Here is our all four aces of potential. We click our heels, we click our red sparkly lubies, and we are moving on into that brand new, beautiful energy of potential. Knight of Cups, our heart is awakening again. Our spirituality is coming back online. This is a starfish that is rejuvenating itself because it can regrow its own limbs. This knight has learned to scry, and here he is practicing looking at the messages that his higher self is bringing him, and look at how she's using that and weaving those messages as a tapestry into our next and best manifestation. Just wow, this is a whole mood all by itself, and I haven't heard no cards yet, guys. So I mean, we're here for it. This is beautiful. So let's see where we go here. I mean, I can't imagine a more perfect reading. Maybe I am glad I had to keep shuffling 5 different times. Apparently, that's what Spirit wanted us to see and hear. Yep, we'll keep you. 10 of Cups waiting for you. There's someone else that wants to match your cup. Whale, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Okay, so the questions I wanted to ask here, let's look at what illusions, what is this illusion that broke our heart that is returning to try and fool us again, but this time we pass in this test because we study more, we trust our intuition now, and we ain't having it. We're going to nurture ourselves with this Cancerian energy and put ourselves first and learn how to make that cup flow and grow. What is this illusion? What is the illusion, Spirit? What has got the collective's panties in a bundle here? Let's look. Okay, those wanted to stay crossed for some reason. We'll have a peek. I told you, what did I say? This sword of truth has been buried deep, deep, deep in the ocean for hundreds of years. It's been there. It's waited for us to find it, and we're finding it. What is that truth? 3 of Pentacles, that we keep trying to, get the ADD, get the ADD. We're trying to, not the ADD, that's what I have. The AED. Please don't scream that when there's an emergency, because they'll be like, here, I got some meds for you. No, the AED that helps us restart someone's heart as we're giving compressions to keep the blood flowing through their heart. This is an emergency. This is no accident that I'm telling you this. This is someone from the past keeps trying to come back. 3 of Swords. Okay, 3 and 3 is 6, the energy of the lovers. They keep trying to come back for a new start. And it's only the 3 of Pentacles every time. That is the very smallest of the foundation of a start. The very smallest. Okay. And this is a truth that has been trying to come to us for a very long time, if not this very long time, many times this lifetime. But my feeling of this energy, it's multiple lifetimes. This is a big deal. Again, this is not a test. Guess who's back? Back again. But guess what? We are holding our sword of truth this time. with an unyielding focus, and we will not take our eyes off of that and get swallowed by the emotional wave again. We crocodile Dundee, people. We are crocodile Dundee. Okay, question number, well, I was going to say, guess who's back? Back again. Now, the Emperor on the top of the deck, the Empress and the environmental energy. Okay, my second question was going to be this illusion here. What can we do about it? How can we beat it this time? Which I feel like we've already answered, but Emperor wanted to be seen, okay, taking leadership of the stinking thinking. We are not going to do this to ourselves, okay? And this always reminds me of, if you can see it, let me pick it up for you. How big and beautiful this is. And it's leaving my memory at the moment. Something selenite. I think this looks like a big piece of selenite, which is the recharger of all the stones. It's one of the few stones that needs recharging by the moon. See how it looks like she's kind of bound to it? This is saying you have the energy and the will to recharge this. We've got the magician backing that up. We already have everything we need. This is a prison of our own minds making, okay, which can be the very definition of codependency, Libra energy, that we are supposed to learn that lesson, okay? So, I mean, right? Use this to recharge you. You already have all the tools you need to recharge. This is only ourselves that are in the stinking thinking, convincing ourselves that, oh, maybe one more time. Absolutely not. And oh, look, who else want to need to be here to support that? Absolutely not. What did I just say? Absolutely not. This is looking at this truth with, again, focus, a lot of swords energy here, determination, and the King of Swords, Aquarius energy. Carries, he don't play. He is not playing. Okay, we are passing this lifetime. We are passing this lifetime. We aren't having it anymore. Pluto in Aquarius as well in retrograde, which is all the re's. Re-examine, reimagine, redetermine, revamp, okay, re-energize. This is self-examination here, and we ain't having it. Okay, King of Swords is not having it. And what's right behind that Emperor energy to continue to back me up with what I said? Queen of Swords energy. Okay, now the difference between the King and Queen of Swords, this is the cardinal energy of what I just said, Libra, Aquarian energy, okay, in the environment. The Queen of Swords is the queen that everybody looks to for leadership, for advice. And the thing about the Queen of Swords is she gives way more chances. She gives more F's than the King of Swords does, but might take her a long time to make her decision, okay? Because swords energy, we get stuck in our head and that stinking thinking a lot. But once she does make her decision, she is done. Crocodile Dundee. And what I say about the Lovers, the 3 swords and the 3 of Pentacles. 2 different energies. Am I going to go again? Am I going to be Charlie Brown kicking Lucy's football? Ain't going to happen. What I say about that Tower energy ain't gonna happen. We've learned, Hierophant, we've learned our lesson. The bottom of the deck is jamming like crazy. Oh, my Lanta. King of Cups. And if you've already watched the spiritual view, I pulled this last night for, it was either house 7 of relationships or house 8 of secrets. And what's very deep is that we need to pull up, I believe it was the 8th house of Scorpio, which this is the energy of Scorpio, fixed water. We need to unearth what's buried at the bottom of the sea, the truth of what? The truth of our heart. The truth is, love is not this hard, guys. 9 of Wands. It's not this hard. It should flow. It should be ease. It should make us feel confident and feel good about ourselves. It should lift our spirits, not bring us down. It should want us to be better people. It should want us to feel inspired to be better, to be a better version of ourselves. Now, 5 of Cups, I mean, even this sad card in general in this deck is a simple reminder that sometimes you just aren't suited. Okay, sometimes you're just not. It does not negate the love. It does not negate the lessons that this Selkie and his human girlfriend have learned. They've spent a lifetime together. It does not negate, again, all the love and all the lessons, but it also does not cover up the truth of this lighthouse that's been buried very deeply, this truth we need to face, that, you know, a Selkie is just never going to live on the land, and the girl is never going to be able to live in the sea. And that does hurt, and it does suck, but we're stopping this pattern. And we understand there's, again, more energy, deeply rooted, lifetime after lifetime. This may even be a familial pattern that has been passed down from the ancestors. Okay. This is an energy of we are deciding different this time. We are making the choice to follow our own happiness, 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment, using the moon energy. There's music. I just heard Ariel of when she's singing her healing tune. The waves of this card go out to the universe through the healing frequencies and help us heal tonight. And what happens then? Justice. We understand that some relationships are just not, where'd they go? They're just not symbiotic. While they could have been fun for a while, okay, we're not meant to hang on to some people because the lesson has been learned. But through this fear, this codependency energy that a lot of us are working through with the Aries, the wounded healer Chiron, and Aries energy, especially if you were born between 1968 to 77. We're all going through this, guys, learning to face that fear, that just because something is shiny and beautiful, just because we loved it very much, just because we have known it all of our lives, does not mean that it's good for us. Throw caution to the wind. It's time to go. It's time for a new treasure chest to open. It is time to let it go. It is time to be reborn, to transform, and to move into something brand new. 7 of Cups on the side. No more confusion. Whenever a card lands on the side for me, I always rotate it clockwise, and whatever way that ends up being is the energy of the light or the shadow. 7 of Cups is fragmentation of self, of our emotions, not understanding either what is best for us or knowing what is best for us, but still choosing others' best interest instead of our own. It was in the deck on the side for a reason. I don't have reversals in my decks. Okay, I know how to read both energies. I don't need them to fly out that way for me. Okay, this is there for a reason like that. And that's where we stop at the energies of the bottom. Okay, so let's move into, actually, that was a long first question. I knew this 29 degrees Sagittarius moon and Pisces Neptune energy was a BFD. So I'm going to have to grab a second deck though. However, Empress on the bottom of this deck as well. Whenever I change decks after a reading, I always cleanse them with sage. And as I'm shuffling, I ask Spirit to prepare them for the next reading and bring us information. I was just getting ready to show you that. And bring us information of what we need to know. And look at, it's like, we done told you the message, Ange. Here is death and transformation repeated. Here is Ace of Swords repeated. Off with their head. Here is Knight of Swords repeated. We don't have to die on that sword that we have been taught that just because you made a promise at one point, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, whatever many years ago, we don't have to die on that sort of truth. It is allowed to no longer be true, especially if it's an illusion, especially if we've had many, many times of repeating this same cycle of fresh starts. How many fresh starts, quote unquote, have we had with this? When is enough enough? The repeat of the 9 cups energy, wish fulfillment. And oh my gosh, that's so funny. I can't claim it because I don't say it, but I pulled out my, I think it's Jasper. I can't remember. Help me out there if you know. But I was like, I love hymns. I found him in my room in a pair of jeans. And I was like, there's Froggy. I thought he looked like a frog. And I love it because it's a flat enough stone for it to be a pocket stone. And look who's there, Mr. Frog. And in this card, she is surrounded by 4-leaf clovers, okay, and opulence. Even though she's kind of, you know, all this water around her, this is the same energy as that 9 of cups we saw here of, I mean, look at the satisfaction on her face. Bottom of the deck. Here's balance and fairness, 6 of Pentacles coming back in. And we also have the Queen of Wands, the Master Manifestress. Where'd she go? Here, please. That is her creating the life she desires. That is her getting her mojo back. That is Stella getting her groove back. That is, again, getting our mojo. And we can flip the script on the song. Guess who's back? Back again, we is. Our opulence, our beauty, our confidence will be restored. We promise. Dun, 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 dun. It always reminds me of the Wings of Isis, which are one of the dance tools that I used to perform with. I wasn't great with them. I prefer just a regular veil, but the Wings of Isis had, you could either attach these panels just here on the sides of your hip scarf, and then you'd grab the edges to do your twirls and some tricks with them. But I always preferred, there's Wings of Isis on sticks, that the stick is from here to here. I don't even know why I'm telling you this, but it might be because it resonates with some of you, I hope. But I always prefer, oh, I know why. I always preferred the free flow of the free veil that was not attached. OMG, Spirit, that was quite the way to go to get that message to collective. I hope you didn't mind my little detour there. All right, so I'm gonna go with what we got then. I am not playing. I'm listening to you, Spirit. How can we weave more pleasure of play and fun into our day and moving forward as we're gaining our confidence and filling our own cup. Stop it. The sun is the happiest card in the entire deck. Look at her with that. I mean, the rose, the yellow rose of peace. Accept the lessons. Accept that, it's not that we are a failure. The lesson's just been done learned. That's all. And it is sad. Allow yourself to grieve it. But there is the best happiness of your entire life that you're waiting on the precipice of. Wow. My final question was going to be, well, I guess we already answered them. What is this illusion of the 29 degrees? Okay, 3 of Swords, crossed or bookending the 6 of Cups, centered in judgment. That was fueled by facing our truth of what actually fills our cup, that we have to recover and heal and fill our own cup before we can even accept anybody else's cup. We're doing that with passion. The tower had already happened. And guess what? In life, towers are always going to come. They help wake us up. But we're having victory as long as we focus. What can we do to beat this illusion? Keep our eye on the ball. Allow friends to help us keep ourselves protected with that amethyst energy, and keep focus on that star. What were your dreams of childhood? What made you feel passionate back in the day? That's always going to make you feel passionate. That's always going to help you have fun. Can't help myself. I just, learning 8 of Pentacles. How many times we are ready to close this book. We've become an expert this lifetime, guys. Neptune, 29 degrees in Pisces. We are passing the ACTs with flying colors, even though it's in its comfy, cozy home, okay, of the Pisces sign. That's where it is the strongest, where it feels its best, and it doesn't matter that it's a square here. Our attention with Sagittarian energy, because I went to the pool to try to change my energy before I started this reading because it was just really heavy today. And I could only see, I'm like, I was floating with my ears under the surface, and I only kept seeing dragonflies. And I was like, no, I don't want to see that because that's soulmate energy. But then I was like, oh, just a flying. And then when I got out of the pool and I flipped, I was watching my phone, and in the reflection of my phone, behind my hat, a plane flew overhead. Oh my gosh. Just wow. Adventure. That is how we're going to tap back in and beat this energy. I don't know why I just heard you deserve a break today. That was like the 70s McDonald's question. The 70s like McDonald's commercial or something. You deserve a break today. I would say if we've been repeating this on the spin cycle for lifetime after lifetime, I would certainly say so. Well, that just took a little, I was going to do a nice, neat spread. Justice is coming on the bottom of the deck card there. 27 is a 9. That is the ending. And numerology, okay? Repeating itself again. She's saying, bitch fire, stand up for yourself. And not only that, it's the card number 16, which is the what? Fellow tarot readers and knowers and listeners, the tower energy. We are not having that anymore. We're no longer escaping, but we are using our Cancerian energy to come home to ourself, our roots, our passion, our power, our safety, our groundedness, our creativity, orange. And that is tapping into our violet flame in our third eye. We have learned this lesson. That means our advice is on the top. Raindrops 39, which is the energy of the 12. Somebody that's been sitting in the background on hold in a hanged man position that has been waiting to come in when we were finished learning this lesson of all this hot mess. We're going to be finally able to take a chance on them. Not only that, I mentioned my best friend because it was in the last reading with the song that I got. It was released on 8/21, and her birthday is August 21st. My birthday is 6/21, and try not to get emotional here. The second I opened this deck and shuffled, and I was like, oh, that's Heather, and she's super tall, and I am very short and used to be very busty, and I was always just coming up to her shoulder. We were such an unlikely pair, but this is your unlikely pair, someone you would never suspect, that you would never even be able to recognize the energy of because we were stuck in that loopy lesson. This is who's waiting for us, and we're going to take a chance on them, collective. Surround yourself with love, which was the energy of that many hands make light work, the assembly line. Do your girls' night, your guys' nights. Make sure that you're keeping your vibe high. Lavender, surround yourself with love. One more, please, Spirit. You don't need anyone else's approval but your own. The 13, excuse me. Oh, another 12 card. It looks like a 13 in reverse in the mirror. Double 12s. Wow. Wow. Double 12s here, bookending Piscean energy of the hangman. 19 is a 1 + 9 is 10. 10s are the past the end of the 9. And 1 + 0 is an ace of a new start. Do not seek anyone's approval but your own. Stand up for yourself. Light your damn bitch fire. Justice is coming for you, possibly union with someone that you could have known many lifetimes here. I feel like our best friends, we always find each other. It's not just the opposite sex or love relationships that are there for us. And look at the fairies. They were like the little dragonflies. I was like, I already see the dragonflies. I don't want it. But that's what Spirit was trying to tell me. I didn't know if I was going to be able to bring you guys a reading tonight. And I am so glad that I did. Just the love and overwhelming support I feel right now. It's all going to be okay. I love you. We at the Spiritual View love you. Thank you so much for your likes, comments, your support of our channel and our adventure to do this joint venture. We're so lucky to have found each other. It was destined and fated. They feel like home. Cancerian energy. There's so much love in all of our communication together every time we talk. And it is the most joyous time whenever we spend time together. So, Spiritual View sisters, much love from me to you. I am honored to be in your presence. And spiritual viewers, I love you so much. And please join me and join all of us here for the readings that we bring you every day of the week, and also on our own personal channels. And I will see you next week or next time on Learn Love Tarot. Don't forget to tune in to episode 4 of the Spiritual View on the Summer Solstice. Much love.